Hello, this is Sally Levine coming to you from Fitbak Systems. And today I want to introduce a different component of Fitbak Systems to you. We've talked previously about the spinal stability work within Fitbak Systems, the health benefits of having optimal strength and functionality throughout your nervous system, and your spine is a huge component of that. So with that, once you've gone through any of our courses, you have access to our amazing back end coaching system that's built into Fitbak Systems. We have a whole menu of amazing coaches in there that can help you implement what you've learned in your Fitbak program. Now, they're not going to run you through the exercises. You have all the information for that. All that is conveyed through the class. But we understand that we all come to learning with our own issues. For some of us, we may need help with mental focus. For some of us, we may need more help with gut health, which is what we're going to be talking about today with my good friend Kelly. For some of you, it may be weight loss. For some of you, it may be time management. We have coaches in the system that can help you with anything you need so you can implement what you've learned through Fitbak Systems and really put it into action as far as your life is concerned. So today, without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to my friend Kelly Haugh, and she is in Thornton, Colorado. She's a nutritional therapist and she specializes in gut health. And she's already been a help to me. I've called her before in panics, Kelly, what do I do? What do I do? And she's got great advice. So I'm going to pass her over to her. She's in a little bit of, I don't know if you consider Thornton northern Colorado. It's a little north of Denver,
Yeah.
but she also hosts something called Women, Wine and Wellness, which is an opportunity for the community to come together and hear from other health and wellness practitioners that she brings in for educational evenings to share wine together and have that community. And those are held in Westminster. So I'm going to pass it over to Kelly, and she's going to introduce herself and tell us a little bit about her business and how she can help us. Take it away,
Awesome.
Kelly.
Thanks, Sally. I'm glad to be here with you. So I am a certified health and wellness coach, and I do stress resilience, mental wellness training, and specializing in gut health and how the gut and brain are connected. And, you know, if the brain isn't working right, the gut is off. The gut isn't working right, the brain is off. And I truly consider the gut to actually be the first brain, not the second brain. So definitely you want to optimize that gut health for immune system function, for mental wellness, for your overall health. Years ago, I was like sick all the time. My immune system was definitely shot. And I had terrible gut health at the time. And through a holistic approach, realizing like what really does make the difference, and learning a lot about all of that.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful. It sounds similar to my journey. I definitely went through my own struggles with gut health around my thyroidism and gluten intolerance. And at this point, there's lots of different foods that I avoid, but I don't have the gut issues anymore. And I don't have the mental brain fog and other things like that. And I know Kelly is a representative for a company that produces an amazing probiotic, prebiotic. It's a great product for brain health, gut health, and I take that daily. So just tell us a little bit about that.
So that particular product, there's, like a 3-pack product together, but the one product alone, I think is just really phenomenal, called Mentabiotics, which is actually 3 specific strains of probiotics down to the number, for stress, anxiety, and depression. And then like the prebiotics to feed those. And not only are those good gut bacteria that you're actually taking, not only are those growing better in the gut, a lot of other good gut bacteria in a clinical study have been shown to be growing better as well in people, which really does help with immune system, really helps with the whole mental, I know for me, it's just like I feel more calm and centered and just kind of like grounded, like, shit can hit the fan and I'm like, it's okay, like all this stuff's going on, but I'm like, I'm still fine, which is really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really
And I
great.
think it's, I'm a huge believer in education. And I think the more we learn about our bodies and the more we understand what's going on down there in the gut and
Right.
how it impacts the brain and how
Yeah.
we can take our power back. That's what
Right.
Fitbak Systems is all about, is teaching people how to take their power back and understand that they can impact what's going on inside their bodies quite easily. It's just a case of getting the right education. And Kelly
Right.
is your girl when it comes to all things gut health. So, like I said before, these coaching sessions are going to be available to people who've gone through the courses, and you're going to be offered a 30-minute free session with each of the coaches or whichever coach you want to try out. And then you'll be able to pair with the support system that you need for improving your health and wellness and ultimately making the absolute most of the education that you've received through Fitbak Systems. So give us an idea, Kelly, like what is a really typical client look like for you?
So most of them, they really present to me one way or the other, but it turns out to be everything. So they'll present with the brain fog and feeling anxious and maybe a little bit down. And then as it turns out, they have a lot of gut issues going on. Or they may present with, I have all these gut issues, my stomach feels terrible, I have all this bloating. And as we kind of get into it and start addressing some of the gut issues, it always turns out to be they also have the brain fog, some anxiety, that chronic just stress overload going on, and which does definitely tell you it's absolutely hooked together. I've seen it over and over. And
So
once you start improving that, you can improve all of it.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, because I've heard that from people, and definitely family members and people close to me have said, oh, yeah, no, I'm fine. I don't need to change my diet. I just get bloated after I've eaten pizza,
Right.
or I get bloated after I've eaten whatever it is.
Right.
Is it ever okay to be bloated like that?
I mean, it's okay for, if it's like an occasional thing that happens to you, it would be okay. Still not great. But if that's something that happens, that's definitely your body giving you a sign that, hey, something's not right. And one of the first things I would look at with somebody like that would be adding in digestive enzymes, because a lot of people really all they need is some help actually digesting that food. And if that doesn't seem to cut it or make a difference, then we know, hey, they've got a definite, intolerance going on. And to look farther into that. And like you say, gluten, dairy, soy, those types of things are very common to bother people.
Yeah. And I think it's something that people don't recognize is going on in their bodies. And, and for
Yeah.
me, I know that when my digestive system is not right, when my gut health is not right, I'm going to feel it in my brain. I'm going to get that fogginess. I'm not going to be able to focus as well. And I also know, because I've educated myself around what is happening down there in the gut, that when my gut biome, as we call it, when the gut bacteria and everything in there is not working right, I'm not absorbing the food
Oh,
that I'm
no.
putting into my body, right? So I
Right.
think that's a big
Yeah.
piece that people don't recognize, is that you
Exactly.
can eat all the healthy food in the world, but if you
Healthy
gut,
organic.
right? If your gut's
Yeah.
not functioning right, your villi, all those little tentacle pieces in the intestines
Yeah.
that are, it's their job to soak up all
Yeah.
those,
The
all that
nutrients. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
It
happening,
changes.
right? If you're
Yeah,
bloated and
absolutely.
you can't, okay, so let's touch on that very sensitive issue, and I'll let you take the lead on this one. How
Okay.
many times a day should we poop, Kelly?
Well, all the experts have a different opinion, of course, but it kind of comes down to at least once a day,
Yeah,
like at least once a day. Most of them will agree that's pretty optimum. You know, there's a few who are like, oh, a few times a week is okay, but most aren't like that, and many are. You know, it should be 2 or 3 times a day. So certainly once a day, because if you are sitting there and you're holding that in and it's not coming out for a couple of days, that's all those toxins are in there to come out and they're reabsorbing into your body. And so you're just getting more and more toxins. You definitely don't want that. And for
yeah,
most people, fiber, they aren't eating enough fiber, they need more water. Once you bump up fiber and water, that can make a big difference. Also, once you get that gut microbiome out of dysbiosis state where there's too many bad bugs, not enough good, then that helps immense that motility as well.
yeah, all that has been a huge, huge help for me. I know, we've been joking a lot about the lack of toilet paper because we're in
Yeah,
the coronavirus stage
right.
right now. We're in the very beginning of April in 2020. So,
Yeah.
but I don't worry about it personally because I get my stuff done first thing in the morning. I take my Amari every night and I drink a big glass of water with it, and then it gets to do its thing all night
Yeah.
long. And different people, it works to take it at different times
Sure.
a day. Just for me,
Yeah.
I prefer to take it in the evening, and then
Uh-huh.
I wake up in the morning, go to the bathroom. I'm in and out in minutes. It's never painful. It's easy. No, this is not a
Yeah.
comfortable conversation for a lot of people to have.
Yeah.
But if you
People
think
don't like it.
about the
It's
the
important.
Oh, it's essential. Elimination is part of our systems in our body. It's part of
Right.
our function. You can't just keep putting things in the top end and
No,
not get them fully expressed and
that's right.
eliminated on the
Yeah,
back end, right?
absolutely.
So no, I talk about that openly with my family. I encourage other
Yeah.
people to do the same,
Right.
because I know for me, when I was eating gluten, I couldn't go to the bathroom. I
Yeah.
couldn't go for days at a time. And then when I
Oh, that's
did go,
not
it would be painful and I would get hemorrhoids and it was nasty and I just didn't feel good. I
good. Right.
felt gross. I felt
Uh,
heavy and
right.
bleh, you know?
Right.
And if I can just keep that elimination going on a regular
Mhm.
basis, and like I said, the
Right.
Amari for me is like a huge help. So gut health
Right.
overall is definitely front of
Yeah.
my mind, and it's a
For
really,
sure.
really valuable piece of health and wellness. So is
Absolutely.
there anything else that you would like to tell us about your business? Any specific things that you're working on right now?
Well, I'm working on a book which is almost done that I'm super excited over.
Whoa, that's awesome.
So that'll be out soon. I'll tell more about that later. But
Yeah.
I'm working on that. And I do fermented foods workshops, not during Corona, but and then the women wine wellness and just that one-on-one coaching with people depending on what they need. One of my most popular programs it's a pretty doable program for most people. It's 6 weeks, 6 weeks to serenity, I call it. And it's working on mindset, working on the gut, working on what we just talked about, eliminating these things, and just getting you back in order so you can be present and live your life to its fullest again.
Great, great. And what's the best way for people to get a hold of you if they want to reach out?
They could email me or text me. I also have my website. I don't know that that's the easiest way to get a hold of me, but they could certainly check that out. And that is manifestnaturalwellness.com.
Okay,
And then
great.
you could always put my email or phone number on there.
Yeah,
That's
definitely. Yeah, I'll definitely link to your information when we put this out there, either on the website or social media. So yeah, I think that's awesome. And I'm so happy to have you on board with the Fitbak team
oh,
to really Yeah, to really provide just a whole well-rounded support system for health and wellness, with that center being the spinal health component within Fitbak. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
great.
that's awesome. Very good.
Wonderful.
I appreciate it. Sally, for my people who don't know, could you tell just a little bit more about your Fitbak classes?
Yeah, definitely. So they're really simple exercises that you use regularly throughout your day in just a few seconds to reset your muscles up and down your spine and in your core,
Mhm.
all the things that hold you upright, and all the things that support a natural curve within the spine. So there's a lot of things that we do ergonomically within our life today: sitting,
That's,
bending,
yeah,
exercising, chasing kids around, sleeping in weird positions, you name it. All those things impact the curvature of the spine. And when the
right,
curvature of the spine isn't optimal, then the nerve feed, the messaging from the brain to the muscles, to the organs, to the rest of the body isn't optimal either. So my specialty is neurology and soft tissue. And so what I've done after 13 plus years of studying those advanced courses was I pared down all the science and I put it into a user-friendly exercise platform that people can interact with, and they can basically learn to treat themselves. So if you have bad headaches, we can show you, what area of the spine is typically unstable that will be driving those headaches, and we teach you an exercise how to diminish that. Or you have low back pain or neck pain when you sit in at work, we teach you a really quick, and I mean quick, like that. So we use
right,
eye movement, and we use really simple, comfortable movements within the body that send really specific message into the brain and to those muscles running through the spine, so that you can have that optimal physical support, optimal
right,
brain function, and
yeah,
you can learn how to reset it just really, really quickly throughout your day. So you never end up in that huge amount of pain at the end of the day,
yeah,
or the hike, or the activity, whatever it is that you're
right,
in. So,
yeah,
and we have various different ways that people can access those products right now. Within this time where we're not allowed to see people face to face, a lot of our
right,
classes are going online. So if
okay,
people check back with us, maybe in May or June of 2020, we'll have courses available online for people to take. But right now it's in person, or I do virtual coaching with people as well if they need ergonomic help, or they want to run through a one-on-one session over Zoom or something like that. So yeah.
okay, right, awesome.
Yeah.
And two key points I think that you said were quick, fast. You can teach them, things they can do kind of quick,
Yep.
and then user friendly.
Hmm.
People like both of those.
Yes, it
Yeah.
has to be. It has to be. Otherwise, people don't want to spend the time with it. And,
Mhm.
and my whole thing is I want people to be able to use these things and benefit from them. So
Yeah.
it's really, yeah, it's really important that people can get what they need quickly, and then we put in the back end support. So even
Right.
if you need support in the implementation, you need support with other things that will allow you to make the most out of those exercises. We have you guys on the back end to do that. So yeah,
Right.
so that's great. So thank you so much for being with us today, Kelly. And it's great information for our clients. And we'll have all your information, your bio and your contact information on our website, which is fitbaksystems.com. And you can find Kelly and take advantage of her wonderful skill set from there. Okay, thanks so much for joining us today,
Good.
Kelly, and we
Thank
will
you.
be in touch soon.